Good afternoon, my dear students. Last class we have seen the chapter cyclones, winds, and storms, right? So today we are going to see the continuation, remaining portion of that chapter. So, page number 84. Wind currents are generated due to the uneven heating of the earth. That topic we will discuss today. So, wind currents are generated due to uneven heating of the earth. Means, maybe you have studied in geography. Two regions are the equator is there in the center. If you see the globe, equator is there in the center, and both sides we can see the pole. So, the region close to the equator get maximum heat from the sun. Okay, the air in these regions gets warm because it is getting heat from the sun. The warm air rises up and the cooler air from the regions in the 0 to 30 degrees latitude belt on either side of the equator moves in. Okay, you can see in this globe, in this picture you can see this wind blow from the north and south towards the equator. At the poles, the air is colder than at the latitudes about 60 degrees. The warm air at these latitudes rises up and the cold wind from the polar regions rushes in to take its place. So in this way, wind circulation is set up from the poles to the warmer latitude. Okay, you can see in this picture that how the wind is transferred from the poles to the latitude. So previous class we already have studied when the air is heated up, it will become lighter and it will rise up, right? So that place the other cool air will come. Okay, so the wind would have flown in the north-south direction from north to south or from south to north. A change in direction is however caused by the rotation of the earth. So you have to keep in mind that when the air heated up, it will raise up and in that place cool air will occupy. So in this picture you can see cold air is going from the pole region and in the equator region you can see the center, the air is getting heated up and it is rising. Okay, so the cold air is coming to that place. Okay, so it is clear from this diagram. Next point is that uneven heating of land and water. So, in summer near the equator, the land warms up faster, and most of the time, the temperature of the land is higher than that of the water in the oceans. The air over the land gets heated and rises. This causes the wind flow from the oceans towards the land. These are monsoon winds. The word monsoon is derived from the Arabic word mawsam, which means season. So in the winter, the direction of the wind flows get reversed. It flows from the land to the ocean. The monsoon winds carry water and it rains. So monsoons are very good for the farmers. The clouds bring rain and give us happiness. So farmers are expecting this monsoon. So they will be ready with their agriculture farm. So the farmers in our country depend mainly on the rains for the harvest. There are many folk songs associated with cloud and rain. Sing and enjoy with your friends. Actually, monsoons are very good. It will enrich the soil with water, but sometimes it can cause disasters and pose threat to humans. Okay, so two of the such situations are thunderstorms and cyclones. Okay, too much if it is beyond a limit, that is known as the thunderstorms and cyclones. Now we will see what are thunderstorms. Thunderstorms develop in hot, humid tropical areas, especially like India, very frequently. We can see in sometimes, very frequently, we can see thunderstorms. The rising temperature produce strong upward rising winds. These winds carry water droplets upwards, where they freeze and fall down again. The swift movement of the falling water droplets along with the rising air create lightning and sound. So we will call this like thunderstorm. Okay, once again I am telling when the temperature is rising, produce strong upward rising winds. When the too much temperature is there, the air will go up. This wind carry water droplets upwards. Okay, where they freeze and fall down again. The fast movement of the falling water droplets along with the rising air create lightning and sound. So we have to take some precautions. When the storm is there, maybe you have seen lightning also. First you will hear the light, right? Because light travels faster than the sound. Then you will hear the sound. So this is known as the thunderstorm. So we have to take some precautions while this storm and lightning happening. So first of all, do not take shelter under an isolated tree. If one tree is there, don't go and stand below that. If you are in forest, take shelter under a small tree. Do not lie on the ground because when we are doing like this, it is a good chance that you will get shock. Okay, do not take shelter under an umbrella with a metallic end. This lightning means the charges are coming near and it is colliding. So that is known as the lightning. The positive charges will collide. That's why we are seeing this light. So when we are using metallic thing, it is chance that you can get shock. So do not sit near a window, open garages, storage sheds and metallic sheds. That all are not safe place to take shelter. A car or bus is a safe place to take shelter. If you are in water, move from that. Why? If we are standing in the water, move out from that because water is a good conductor of electricity. That we can get shock. So if water is there, move out from there. Okay. So like this, we have to take precautions while thunder and storm and lightning is there. Now we will see how a thunderstorm becomes a cyclone, that is little more advanced form of thunderstorm. So you know that water requires heat when it changes from liquids to vapor state. So while the cloud is forming, during the cloud formation, water takes up heat from the atmosphere to change into vapor. When the water vapor changes back to the liquid form as raindrops, this heat is released to the atmosphere. The heat released to the atmosphere warms the air round. The air tend to raise and causes a drop in the pressure because of heat. The air will become heated up and it will go up and it will cause decrease in the drop in the pressure. So more air nearby the places will pushed into that place with high speed. This cycle is repeated. This chain of events with the formation of very low pressure system with very high speed winds revolving around it. This weather condition is known as the cyclone. You can see spiral wind because from the low pressure, from the high pressure area, the wind is blowing to the low pressure area with a high speed, maybe 200 kilometer per hour, 260 kilometer per hour. That much speed will be there. So the wind will blow from high pressure to a region of low pressure. That you have to keep in mind. The wind will blow from high pressure area to the low pressure area with high speed. That is known as the cyclone. The factors like wind speed, wind direction, temperature, and humidity contribute to the development of cyclones. So, when the air heated up, it will go fastly up. That time there, that place will be of low pressure. So from the remaining surrounding regions, the air will push to the low pressure area fastly. That is known as the cyclone. It will be like a strealing like that, cycle like that. You can see like a tornado. So that is known as the cyclone. When you see the structure of cyclone, you can see in the center portion. Now you can see in this picture, in the center of the cyclone, you can see a calm area. That is known as the eye of the storm. A large cyclone is violently rotating mass of air in the atmosphere. That is 10 to 15 kilometer high. The diameter of eye varies 10 to 30 kilometer. It is a region free of clouds and has only light winds. Around this calm and clear eye, there is a cloud region of about 150 km in size. In this region, there is high speed winds and thick clouds with heavy rain. Away from this region, the wind speed gradually decreases. The formation of a cyclone is very complex process. You can see this picture. So cyclone. Wind is good, then little more thunderstorm, then finally cyclones. Cyclones can cause so many destructions. It is very destructive. Strong wind push water towards the shore, coastal shore, even if the storm is hundreds of kilometers away. These are the first indication of an approaching cyclone. The storm will come and it will come to the shore, and the storm will hit fastly in a high speed. That is the first indication of cyclone. The water waves produced by the wind are so powerful that a person cannot overcome them. The low pressure in the eye lifts the water surface in the center. The rising water may be of height. The height will be 3 to 12 meters. It appears like a water wall moving towards the shore. As a result, seawater enters the low-lying coastal area, seashore and all. Easily the water will get enter, causing severe loss of life and properties. It also reduces the fertility of the soil. Every time when water is coming, the fertility of the soil also will decreases. Then the high speed winds accompanying with the cyclone can cause damage to the houses, telephone, this communication systems, trees, houses, all agriculture, and it will cause loss of life and property also. In different places, cyclone have different names. In American continent, it is called as hurricane. In America, in Japan, it is called as typhoon. So the different planes, they are using different names. Now we will see what are tornadoes. Maybe you have heard about these all things, or maybe you have seen these all things in Discovery channels and all, right. These are what are tornadoes. It is in our country, it is not that much frequent. Cyclones and all, it is frequently, it is coming in India. But tornadoes like this shape tornadoes, it is rarely, not that much frequently it is coming. A tornado is a dark funnel shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the ground. It is very like a tunnel, like a funnel, like funnel will be done like that shape, dark funnel shaped cloud that reaches from the sky to the ground. Most of the tornadoes are weak. A violent tornado can travel at the speed of 300 km per hour. Tornadoes may form within the cyclones. The whole coastline of India is vulnerable to cyclones, particularly the east coast. The west coast of India is less vulnerable to the cyclonic storms both in terms of intensity and the frequency. So now in this picture you can see one instrument that is known as the anemometer. It is the instrument, this is instrument which measures the wind speed. If you can see some cup shaped structure, so when the wind is coming it will rotate. So we can calculate the speed of the wind. That instrument's name is known as the anemometer. Okay, so the wind speed plays an important role in the formation of storm. So if the storm is coming, we can understand if the wind speed, if it is this one is turning too much with speed, we can interfere. We can assume that cyclone is coming. Okay. So this this anemometer is for measuring the speed of the. So the cyclones, it is not that much good. Wind is good. Then if rain is there, monsoon wind also good. It will bring rain, right? But if it is going beyond that, it is very destructive. It can cause harm to human beings, properties, and everything. So we have to take some safety measure. So first of all, a cyclone forecast and warning service will be the meteorological department, weather department in every country. They will tell to people living in that country to be careful. Okay, if cyclone is coming or any disaster is coming, we have to take the precautionary measures. The rapid communication of warning to the government agencies, the ports, fishermen, ships, and to the general public. The construction of cyclone shelters in the cyclone prone areas and the administrative arrangements for the moving people fast to the safer place. So, what actions we can take on the part of people? So first one is that we should not ignore the warnings issued by meteorological department through TV, radio or newspaper. If they are giving any warning, we should follow it. Otherwise it will not be good. Okay. Then we should make necessary arrangement to shift the essential household goods, domestic animals and vehicles to a safer place and avoid driving on the roads through standing water as floods may have damaged the roads. Keep ready the phone numbers of emergency services like police, fire brigade and medicinal centers. So maybe you have seen in some videos and all, some people will drive their car inside the flood. So they will think that they will take it and go, but actually this wind and the flood has that much power. They will take that car and they will go. Okay, so it's very dangerous to drive inside the water when there is storm or cyclone is there. So some other precautions if you are staying in a cyclone hit area. First of all, do not drink water that could be contaminated because lightning it can cause contamination. Always store drinking water for emergencies. Do not touch wet switches and fallen power lines. It can cause shock. Do not go out just for the sake of fun. Do not pressurize the rescue force by making undue demands. Cooperate and help your neighbors and friends. So, nowadays technology is advancing. So many new technologies are evolved. These days, comparing to old days, we are more protected. So many technologies are there to find when the cyclone will come, when the thunder will come. World today is very different. Thanks to the satellites and radars, they will take the pictures of these places outside the earth or wherever that satellite is there. They will take the pictures and they will send to us, so we can take the safety measure before the cyclone come. Okay, so cyclone alert or cyclone watch is issued 48 hours in advance of any expected storm, and a cyclone warning is issued 24 hours in advance. So the message is broadcast every hour or half hour when a cyclone is near the coast. Several national and international organizations cooperate to monitor the cyclone related disaster. So nowadays, before that, 48 hours before or 24 hours before, meteorological department will give warning not to go outside, or not fishermen not to go to the sea and all. So it's our duty to follow them. Okay, so this is the chapter. I hope this chapter is clear to you. Read the textbook. This is the new topic for you. So many doubts you can get. So if any doubt is there, you can ask to me. Read the textbook. Okay. Thank you.